the saying goes is be careful when you follow the masses because sometimes you may find out that the M is silent. And the thing is that you've been following the masses. You've been doing everything that everybody else is doing, and that's the 120% that you've been putting in. The problem is that you ain't following the right mass of people. you following the people that's locking arms with you, that's right beside you, y'all constituents and stuff. Y'all just in the same environment doing the same thing. You following them, but what you need to be following the people who are in the places where you want to be. So like, it makes no sense. Like if you say you want to climb the ladder in corporate America, it makes no sense to lock arms with the people next to you.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains. I wasn't made to be a player, I was made to build a game.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. We're back once again in the lab at 5:48 this morning. Before we get started, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all, and we just want to give y'all the motivation to be better than y'all were yesterday. How we doing, Mac?
Those intros getting strong. I like that. I like that. You'll be on your way to hosting the Grammys real soon, my friend.
Come on.
I'm joking, man. But no, I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. I'm learning a little bit about myself. I think that burnout period that people have been talking about. I think I finally reached it, but I didn't recognize it as burnout. I just thought I was just hitting a little slow patch because I realized with this this book that I'm working on now, man, it's kind of hard to. It's a little harder to get through it than most, man. And I'm like, am I not feeling the story? Am I doing like what's happening here? Like I just realized that I'm not putting as many words per day as I usually am in my stories, man. And I realized last night that I hit burnout, and the reason I know I hit burnout because like for the last few days I hadn't been writing anything, like I hadn't even been trying, and we got to the Shut Up and Write joint, and I just sat down with it and was able to pick it up, and I just started blazing through it. I'm like, yo, what just happened? Like, because I was expecting like another maybe 200, 300 words, just me sitting in front of the joint for an hour, just like trying to focus or whatever. But nah, man, like after those few days of not doing nothing, man, I was able to get in there and tap into it, man. It was like a dream.
That's
yeah, man.
That's pretty interesting. So you would say taking that break helped you, huh?
Yeah, it did, man. It did. It did. I think I just kind of got, you know how we talked about it, man. With the baby on the way and stuff, man. Like I just kind of went there. I was like, yo, all right, go time. Just hey, don't even stop. Don't even stop moving. Just go. Just like don't sit down. Don't breathe. Don't like like they did on SpongeBob. Throw everything away. Throw everything away except breathing and writing. Breathing and writing. If it's not breathing and writing, let it go. So yeah, that's my current weight of fortune right now. So I just been trying to crack down on it, man. And I don't think that was the way to go.
I don't- I mean, but figuring out your avenues to take to get the job done is that's awesome in itself. So don't take that for lightly. Some people don't even get to that position. They would
Of
have
course, man.
uh, uh hit that little rough patch, and they would have catastrophized for weeks, months, even probably. And it's just like sometimes you need that break to
Yeah,
recuperate after you done been working for so long and just like boggling your mind, going to the 9 to 5. Like you
yeah.
need that rest period. Uh, that's good though. That's good. Um, I just been working over here. I've been thinking about hitting up not getting a well, yeah, basically like getting a mentor. We've
Hmm.
talked about him before. The guy that does game devs and game jams out in South Carolina. The guy named
Yeah.
Thomas. Uh, been trying to. I think I'm should be already in his Discord. Uh, try to get more involved with that.
Hmm.
Because he's at a point in life where I'm trying to get to, and he's
Right.
offering like information and stuff to get on his level. So why not take advantage of that? And that kind of brought me to the topic today after listening to a video just recently talking about like how hard work doesn't bring you success, or it doesn't bring you wealth. I ain't gonna say success. Hard work doesn't bring you wealth. Uh, because if you look at it, if you take a step back and look at it, you working a 9 to 5. You can call that working hard. But if you continue working that 9 to 5, are you gonna have wealth? Are you gonna have stuff you can pass down to your kids, to your family? Are you gonna get out that rat race working hard on the 9 to 5?
Yeah, I feel that, man. Do me a favor though, because like I want to know, like I want you to break it down a little bit more as far as
Mm.
like the motivation behind that topic. So just kind of give an example. I try to give an example, like a broad example that everybody can follow, because I don't know if I'm there yet. You know what I mean? Help
Yeah,
me out
yeah, yeah.
here.
I got you. I got you. So just recently, right? At work, you know, going above and beyond for the job, right? Like, uh,
Yeah.
not really coming for you or like anybody that was, but like,
Hey man,
uh,
come for me. That's what I'm there for.
but like with the trainees or whatever, I know people at home. I'm a learning ambassador, so I got to train the new people, and it was just like, uh, first day rough start, second day wasn't even better, third
Oh,
day,
it was worse.
it.
That second day killed. I almost quit.
Well, that's the thing though. It was the second day for you, but like my whole week was just like just crazy. It was
Chaos.
like I said, first day, none of the people above me that gave me the trainees knew what they were doing. So we had horrible start with that. And just the second day was like me
Sure,
trying to
Alyssa would love to hear that.
I told her when they sent me to the other department or whatever, I stopped by the learning desk, and because I had to make sure that I didn't sign in somebody because they came in late. I didn't know if they were in the building or not. So we got that situated. Um, what happened? But basically that second day, I'm trying to go above and beyond to catch up. I'm working hard. I'm doing. I wore many hats that second day. That second day, I
Yeah,
was ship clerk.
yeah.
I was ship dock associate on top of being a trainee, and it was just it was crazy. And then third day, I'm still trying to work hard to play catch up, trying to be,
Mm-hmm.
you know, everywhere at once. And like after hearing that video, I listened to today, I I had a come to Jesus moment. I was like, bro, remember when you was doing all that? You was working hard, but like, to what end? Like, what? You were the main one doing things. You were trying to uh like I said, be three people, but you're just one person. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're beating a dead horse almost. Like you
Mm.
weren't working towards nothing.
Right.
You were just working
Yeah.
hard. Literally just working hard. And it in the end, where would it have gotten you? Like working 9 to 5s, like in the end, where is it gonna get you? Yeah, you've been paying your bills, you've been doing the same thing over and over again, but yet you haven't done nothing with your life.
Mm.
You're
Facts.
doing all this stuff for a job, but you haven't done anything like for yourself. It's kind of like after for so long after working that job, if you're not like moving forward or uh moving anywhere in life, you're you're kind of like an axe that's getting dull. And instead of sharpening yourself to do bigger and better things, you're just working hard for nothing. You're trying to chop down a tree, but you're using a dull axe. But if you would take a step back, sharpen your skills, hone your skills, learn whatever talent you need, or learn any, read a book, and sharpen your skills, you can chop down that tree a lot faster than you would just working hard at it, just chomping at it with a dull axe.
Yeah. So metaphorically though, like, because you just mixed two messages in there. So
Yeah, I'm sorry.
metaphorically, for most people, what do you think that tree is?
Ooh,
I'm just saying, because like you
true.
somebody listening is trying to move up in corporate America. So we got to make sure that we deliver to them too.
Right.
We got the answer for that. So just stick around, folks. We got you. I just wanted to make sure because some people need to understand why they listening to this. Mark's goal ain't to move up in corporate America. Like this dude actually, we talk about a dude who actually turned down getting promoted on multiple occasions. Just like somebody asked him to promote himself, and he just like, "No, I'm good. I stay where I'm at." So like that tree that he's talking about, that metaphorical tree, I want you guys to understand that no
It's
matter
different.
what industry you apply that tree to, that tree is exactly the same. It's the exact same shape, the exact same shape, the same height, and it got the same girth to it. So, and I say that just to say that, when you hit that roadblock, that tree is your roadblock. And I think right now Mark is at his roadblock, and some of you guys, when you're going for that success in whatever industry it is, you're working hard, and I think this is what Mark is trying to say. You're working hard, yes, but you're working hard on things that ain't gonna get you to that goal. Am I right? Is
Yeah.
that yeah? So you working hard at your job, but when did you say that moving up the corporate ladder is part of your thing? Like you never even said that you wanted to be a manager at your job. So you get to work, you work hard, but when you get off, where that hard work at? You get associate of the month at your job, you got the parking spot. They changed your vest color for a month. They put the little hat on you. They gave you the little pin or whatever. But you only do that 40 hours a week. Wait, when you got time to yourself, where are you putting that energy at? Like, are you just putting it at work? You just waiting for something to happen? You putting like 10% energy into your business at home, and you putting 120% energy into work just so you can make just so you get a placard saying that you associate of the month. Like, bruh, like, hey, for real. And I feel you on this conversation. I just wanted you to go into it a little bit. Like, I wanted to get that personal grit out of that. So, like, appreciate that. But like, yo, for real, I just been talking to Alyssa about the same thing, yo. I'm like, yo, how we like, yo, we found ourselves rushing to work one day, man. And I'm just like, in the middle of like, it's like 6:27, bro. We on 80, we on 85, trying to hurry up and get there so we don't get UPT taken from us. And I'm just like, the fuck is this? Right. What is this? Like, why are we indulging in like, what is this, bro? Like, who are we right now? I feel that. And I was like, and she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, on our days off, we ain't got this urgency to get to the office. Where is this urgency? Where is this urgency on Thursday morning? Like, I was just like being real. Like, she was like, well, you're up at 4:00. I'm like, yo, I don't feel like that's enough. I don't feel like this is the same as that. Like, I'm just being real. I don't feel like this is the same amount of urgency as waking up and you know, getting out of the house and rushing to somebody else's spot, trying not to get time, quote unquote, time taken away from me. I don't feel like it's the same. I'm like, yo, I no disrespectful, but we are putting way too much energy into this shit, and we not putting no energy. Like, I don't feel like we putting the same amount of energy into our business right now. Like, I really don't. So I was like, yo, we gonna have to stop this. So I was like, I'd much rather be late. Like, I'm just being real. I'd much rather get the UPT taken.
That's dead ass, dude. That is crazy. And I like how you mentioned plaques, right? Because my dad's job was like that. Like, you know, he would be on time, all this other stuff, and like, because he had so many consistent, you know, days of being on time, they would give him plaques. And then like when the jank shut down on him, I was like, you did they give you anything?
But you got plaques though.
Right, I was like, you couldn't turn those in. They ain't have like a little reward system. You get so many plaques, you turn them in, you get like a new car or
you know what I'm saying?
A stock in the business at least or something. I don't know.
Or a severance package when you fired me, like, bro, for real.
No. They had shut down because of COVID. COVID.
Yeah, but did he get a job back?
No, they ain't never.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, give me a severance package or something. Like, can I trade these packs in for some money or some supplemental income because you fired me? Like, for real. Come on, man.
Yeah. And then it don't help being in the state we're in because they're but fire at will state. Well, that sounds crazy. Fire at will. I forget the correct term of it, but basically they can fire you at will for
oh yeah, that sounds horrible. I thought we were talking about guns at the
that's why I say hold on. but yeah, that's the state we live in. But yeah, like people get and it's so quick too. It has to be some type of. I mean, everything has some type of psychology in it. It's so easy to get swept up in that state of urgency for a job that doesn't treat you the same way. That wouldn't even treat you with any type of urgency. Like, nope. And it's insane because I've been in that position. I'm sitting there already late. Like I know I'm gonna be late, but I'm still rushing to work trying to not be later. Like it was,
yo, what is that? Like
sitting there like speeding, and then I had to catch myself, and I was like, "Yo, it's already past time. I need to clock in. What am I doing? Hold on, let me stop going 90, push that back down to 70, and just I'm on my way. They'll be all right." It is Jesus.
Right. So like, go ahead.
I was gonna be like, if you're gonna put that much emphasis in anything, let it be something that's actually gonna, you know, push you forward. That job, doing all that, And what's crazy is you won't get any recognition for that. Like you get there, you done sped, you done broke laws, bent rules,
Mm-hmm.
going above and beyond to get there, just to get
Mm-hmm.
there, and it's another day. It's another day at work.
Yep. And it's not like the job gonna give you a pat on the back for getting there on time. Like for real, let's be real. Like they might have a system that make it look good. You know, the whole on time thing. You know, our job actually do it too. It's virtual though, but
Yeah.
they do it. They
Uh
do it. It's
uh
embarrassing. Look,
I just seen it. It was something if you're there the
perfect week
second.
shout out.
Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, what the? I looked at it for the first time. I was like, well, listen, what the hell is this? She was like, oh, that's what they give you when whenever you whenever you show up to work on time and work all of your days are scheduled. I'm like, do I get a promotion for this?
Oh no.
I don't know. The job, bro, it's so deep that our managers didn't even know that they do that on the hub, bro. It's hilarious.
Stop.
It's hilarious, bro. But for real, I want y'all to understand though. Because like even though we bashing corporate America right now in a sense of like, you know, they not gonna take care of you, like for real. Some of y'all do want promotions in corporate America, but you gotta understand that it takes a little bit more than just the hard work that you're working on. And if you refer back to the episode that we did called Standard Work, and this is the standard work conversation. This is the standard work conversation. The frustration is happening right now because we were doing standard work. Like
Oh
it
yeah.
is what it is, bro. Let's address the elephant right now. We were doing standard work, bro, and there's frustration right now because we weren't working on what we were supposed to be working on. And like, granted, and I told y'all like you gotta do 100% at your job. Like because how you do anything is how you do everything. But 100% don't mean giving your all and do it so much that you can't do you. Like you got to be able to do something outside of that. Like you got to be able to do something that's going to feed your future, bro. It's like your job is only feeding you right now. Like get how deep that is. You got 168 hours in a week. You spend 40 of it working on 40. So if you spend 40 hours a week, 40 of the 168 hours working on the 40, listen to that, right? You spend 40 hours a week working on the 40 hours a week because it's only feeding you right now. Like that, like I want y'all to catch that. You spending 40 hours a week working on your right now, but you're not spending any time working on your future. So like what seeds are you planting working on right now? So you and the reason I'm saying this because Mark, there's some people out here who's doing that and they're thinking that they're working hard. Like you said it already. They think they working hard. They think they grinding. But you don't want to say that you were passionate about something, but you ain't putting no work into it because you're working 40 hours a week. But yet those same people will straight up tell you that, oh man, if I quit this job, man,
I have all the time in the world.
and I know that because I've done it. I know that because I've done it. I spent 120% of of my effort and my energy putting into corporate America just to not do as much as I should be doing outside of corporate America, and then turn around and tell myself that man, if I ain't had this 40-hour work week, man, I'll be grinding, man. You won't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you won't, because you ain't grinding now. You ain't spending time doing what you supposed to do now. Like, come on, bro. So, like, y'all, we gonna break it down a little bit because now I'm ranting. Now I'm ranting a little bit, but there's some practicality that we got to give y'all before we hop off this episode because it's not just black and white. Like, I'm gonna let you take it. I know you got something to add to that.
I got something for like the I guess that you could say like the later point of the conversation. But no, to really make it practical, uh, that that sharpening of the axe to kind of help y'all if it's either if it's moving up, if it's working on what you have outside the 9 to 5, like what Mac is trying to say, like you're putting all this, you're putting that 40 hours into the 40 hours, but nothing outside of that. Yo, you have to get efficient with your time, point blank simple. Like it
Mm-hmm.
to be a professional, you have to put 1,000 hours into whatever craft you're doing.
10.
10,000 hours in
10,000.
whatever you're doing. And like we said in previous episodes, you all are getting tripped over the first hour. Like it's gonna be it's a journey. Point blank simple, it's a journey that you have to take. If you want it, you're gonna have to take it. It takes 10,000 hours to get proficient into 10,000 hours of whatever you need to do. Like, make it simple, make it plain, figure out, chart out your course to just get there. Like, that's all it takes. A lot of times we just we get because sorry, I'm tripping over my words. Because the job is pleasing our now, for some reason we forget all about our future selves. We work that job until we're broken down, until we can't even do the things we want for our future. The future becomes our past because we're so into the job that we're working. Like you done forgot all about your goals, your dreams, because this job is pleasing you now. But when the job is gone, what do you have?
Well, then you also have we also have people telling you that the non-curricular stuff that you're doing outside of here that I don't approve of.
But even with that, that's crazy. He would say that, right? Because he's one of those people that are. I'm pretty sure he wants to work up the corporate ladder. He's on his way working up the corporate ladder. And if the job was to shut down, what would he truly have outside the job?
Mm, fair point. Fair point.
I mean, he could find business somewhere else, but he would still be working for someone else. I mean, he probably could make a good gym coach or something, gym trainer, whatever. Seems
I
like
don't know about that. I don't know about that.
he seems
That
very
man was drinking. That man was
truly.
drinking apple juice and coffee, and was swear to God that somebody told him that would help him lose weight.
I mean, for some reason, both of those things, coffee they say make you poop a lot, and then apple juice make you pee. But I've never heard
Never,
that coffee
never.
and apple juice.
That man had coffee and apple juice every day.
Uh, okay, all right.
So he would not make a good personal trainer.
Not
Just
giving that
stay,
advice.
just stay in corporate
Not
America.
giving that.
Stay in corporate America.
That's wild. All right. Jesus. But yeah, people, if y'all don't get anything, like you have to want something better for yourself. Corporate America, like we've been saying, it'll please you, it'll take care of you to a degree, and then it'll stop. And then you're gonna have to keep finding more jobs or be more in depth with you're gonna be deeper and deeper into corporate America to the point where you won't be able to survive without it.
Mm,
And things are changing to where corporate America is gonna be less people and more technology. And then if you're not on the up and up, you really just gonna get left behind. Like you gotta want to save yourself. Like that's all it is. Being or getting to the point where you pull yourself out of poverty. You pull yourself out of the 9 to 5. You do what you need to make that ladder and climb out of the bucket. Like you're not gonna get to that point being in corporate America.
So you kind of took my permission to go off.
Sorry.
So I just I'm trying to find a way to I'm trying to find a way to match your energy and not get too excited until we've been on here. I don't know how long we've been on here, so I can't say. But um
you have my
I
permission.
want y'all to understand that like we talked about following the masses a few times before. And the saying goes is be careful when you follow the masses because sometimes you may find out that the M is silent. And the thing is that you've been following the masses. You've been doing everything that everybody else is doing. And that's the 120% that you've been putting in. The problem is that you ain't following the right mass of people.
Right.
you following the people that's locking arms with you, that's right beside you, that y'all constituents and stuff. Y'all just in the same environment doing the same thing. You following them. But what you need to be following the people who are in the places where you want to be. So like it makes no sense. Like if you say you want to climb the ladder in corporate America, it makes no sense to lock arms with the people next to you, the folks that you clock in with and you work alongside of. Like it makes no sense to lock arms with them. You need to be locking arms with somebody above you. Like the one thing that we got one manager in our building, one of the big heads who everybody they can't stand him. Like no matter who you talk to, this man has a reputation of like of like the Grinch, bro. Like I don't know, I don't understand how it happened, but like I can guarantee you that this man ain't lock arms with none of his peers when he was moving up. Now he all the way at the top.
Come on.
Well, not all the way at the top. He still got one more level before he get the top in our building. But like this dude, like nobody likes this guy. Like I don't know how he like if you think about it, like statistically, like if you talk about the popular vote, Mark, you talk about like this man, like who voted for this guy to be in office. Like you think about it, like yo, nobody would have voted this man to be in office. But the thing that he understood was that if I lock arms with the right people, I can get to where I want to go. And he wanted to go to the top. He wants to be a general manager. So he's working on he's well on his way to getting there right now, but it's because he locked arms with the right people. So when I go there to say that only the right people can tell you the right thing to do to get to where you want to go.
Yeah, he got them electoral college votes.
Yeah,
he ain't get voted in by the masses. He got voted in by the electoral colleges.
Yeah, because the M is still silent.
Mm-hmm.
They, English language, we can make silent letters now. So the M, just think about it. The M is silent. So like he didn't follow those people. He just didn't. He was like, whoever I need to talk to, let me slide in, buddy with them. Let me, whoever the next person is up on the food chain, I'm just gonna stick under them. I'm like a remoraid at this point. Like I'm just here floating underneath the joint. I'm just like, I'm about to sit here and just, hey, whatever you drop, I got you. Like, let me take care of it. So like the Pokemon reference for people who don't understand. But for real, like he knew exactly who to go to because the people who he was going to were the people who were gonna tell him exactly how he needed to structure himself, who he needed to become in order to get to where he wanted to go. And that's exactly what he did. So some of y'all out here, you putting your energy into the wrong thing, so you coming across the wrong people and the wrong people telling you this stuff, and y'all all bonding over the fact that y'all in the wrong spot, and then y'all start doing the wrong thing, and then all of a sudden now you 20, 30 years, 40 years later, you still in the wrong spot because you were following the wrong people. You weren't sharpening your axe. So while you were spending time on the wrong thing, your right opportunity was passing you by. Yeah. So you were spending too much time talking to people, dealing with people, and working alongside people who weren't pushing you forward. So, like you say, going back to corporate America, because that's the easiest example. I promise y'all, that's the easiest one because at least at that point, when you're trying to grow up in corporate America, at least there's a strategy to it. It's already a system there. So, like, it's easy to do that. Like, all you got to do is connect with the right people. Like, literally, like, yo, your man, your direct supervisor. There's a whole chain of command. Like, all you got to do is stand by those people, and then they'll inevitably push you. Like, whatever. But like, for real, outside of that, on the flip side of that coin, this is where the conversation gets a little tricky, right? Because now you've gotten past that point. Now you got a business that you're trying to grow outside of corporate America. You plan on being a millionaire or wealthy one day, like you whatever. So now that you've established that, now you had to deal with the fact that you're not working hard enough on the things that you need to do in your own business, in your own space, to push you forward either.
Hmm.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah. Uh.
Context.
So what I was thinking when you were saying all that, uh not to yeah. Another example for it, like, when to boil it all down to get to like the meat of it, like, you gotta want to be free, like,
What you mean,
you,
man? We already at the meat of it.
it's true, but just to get to the savory parts, like, I was thinking of this example of like everything, like, you have to want to be free, like, say you got cows, you got two cows, you got two set of cows, you got two whatever, right? So you got your cow that's on the farm, uh person owns him, he's getting fed, but the end goal is he gonna die and become a bird. That's the end goal for that cow, right? But then you got this wild cow that's wild and free, uh does what he wants, he can follow a herd if he wants to, he can be on his own, but he can make his own decisions. He can uh do what he wants, goes where he wants. But that cow that's on that farm, all he knows is the farm. Uh, yeah, he's being taken care of. He's um has a stable life, can mate, have kids or whatever. But like, all he will ever know is that farm. He's gonna grow up on that farm. His legacy is gonna grow up on that farm, and he's just gonna be a cow until he dies and get turned into some burgers, right? But that wild cow is where we all want to be. We want to just be free, like, go where we want, have the tools and the space to just roam free. Yeah, it's gonna be challenging because it's a wild cow. He has to learn to fend for himself and all this other stuff, but he has that opportunity to learn and grow. All that farm cow knows is, I need this farmer, or I need this place to survive. And he will never learn, like, if the wild cow gets captured, you know, and escapes, he can live in the wild. But if that farm cow ever gets loose or whatever, he's a sitting duck. Like, he don't know none of the skills he needs to be on his own, to act on his own, to start a business, or none of this. He never learned those skills because he was farm life. He was all about that 9 to 5. He was all about working up the corporate ladder, getting them nowhere but that wild cow, man. Free. Sorry. I'm sorry. It was a stretch.
I just got so many questions right now because of that. So many questions. First of all, is there such thing as a free roaming cow?
There is actually.
Really?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if Virginia has them, but there's free roaming cows. We got free
I
roaming buffaloes.
I just
They
figured that in
they out there.
America, in the way the food system works here in America, I just didn't think that was a thing. I promise you, I didn't. I didn't know there was a thing as such
Well,
thing as free roaming cow.
it doesn't have to be cows. It could be horses. It could be whatever you
Yeah,
need it to be.
I just learned that Colorado and like those western states out there got wild horses, bro. I didn't know that was a thing. I really
Yeah,
didn't
they
think that was a
gotta.
thing.
They can't round up all the animals.
I figured they would try. Like everything had to be in captivity. Like this animal only exists in captivity. Like I really did think that was I you know, in a few years maybe.
That's that farm mentality. All they know is the farming.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. But that's a good point though. Like for real. You know, we come back to the type of individual who, you know, they get fired from their job and they start panicking, bro. Like, you know, they never looked at themselves as the asset. You know, that their job has always been the asset to them, but you know they've always they always just done that. So like whenever you take do you ever take the asset away from the pawn, like what do you have? You know, like that's real, bro. And I really do feel like that. Like yo, if for whatever reason, whenever people lose their job, all of a sudden it's like the world ends, bro. And if you're not ready, if you haven't been sharpening your axe, as Marcus said early in the episode, you haven't been sharpening your axe, you lost by default. And at that point, like people start panicking and making very irrational decisions whenever they get to that point, bro. Very irrational decisions. Like, my God, man. Like I ain't gonna go there. So be a free roaming cow.
Yes.
Be a free roaming cow. Like you know, you know what to do. You've been in the wild. You know exactly what to eat. You know exactly where the food at. You know how to defend for yourself. And you know the moment that you get locked in captivity, like you're done. Like or the moment that that's not what we're saying here. The moment that you know you get into captivity, you can break out of captivity and know exactly how to continue your life. But you know, opposed to the person who you know, and let's take it back to humans, you know, because we not free roaming cows, you know, we ain't got there yet. So, you know, there are skills that you have to learn. There's things that you got to do. Like the thing that we started talking about on this episode that Marcus brought to us was, you know, hard work doesn't equal wealth. The right work equals wealth. Mm-hmm. One person told me, you know, they always say work smart, not hard. Work smart, not hard. Like that's something that I've been living by. And at this point of my life, I refuse to work hard. Like I'm just being real. I refuse to do it because it don't make sense to work hard. I'm just being real. Like I need to work on the things that I need to work on to give me the best-selling author, and you know, being the best, the world's best process assistant don't get me there. Like that's not how that works. But you know, I'm gonna do my job to 100% of my abilities because I can't get fired at this point. I don't need that at the moment, but there's a process that has to be lived, and no, my process isn't work 120% at my job. That's why I'm not for all that. Like that's just me being real. Like I'm gonna do exactly what I need to do based on the book. Based on the book, I'm gonna follow the rules by the book, but I still got bestseller to make. So what sense does it make to work that hard on something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing? At one point I used to think that all I needed to do was write. We're going back to hard work. I was working really hard at writing. I mean, I working really hard. But then I meet Karen Chase, who tells me that all that writing ain't gonna get you to where you need to be. All that writing isn't gonna get you to get the bestseller. All that writing isn't gonna get you money. Like, it's not how that works. Because even if you write the book and you work as hard as you want on writing, you can. Like, nobody is stopping you. But at the end of the day, after you spend all that hard work on writing, who's putting the hard work in the marketing? Who's putting the hard work in the brand building? Who's putting the hard work into outreach? Like, nobody is doing that. If nobody is doing the hard work on the right thing, then it's not going to get you to the next level. That's just the law of averages. Like, the more work you spend on the right thing, the more right things come back to you.
Yeah.
So some of you guys, you out here, you got businesses, you starting on things you passionate about, but you only doing the things that you comfortable with. You only doing the things that's in your wheelhouse. You only doing the things that you can do when things are convenient. Bruh, nothing about success is convenient. Yeah. Because if success was convenient, I promise you there will be more people keeping their relationships once they get there. If it was convenient. Those people were making it real inconvenient on their spouses. That's why they got to where they are. Because they weren't balancing. But that's a different episode. We ain't got to talk about that right now. But for real, like, everybody is chasing convenience right now. Everybody, like, you just looking at the tree, you got this butter knife. You just like, I'm going to get this thing cut down. I'm going to get this thing cut down. Yeah, you done left the axe in the truck. You done left the axe and the sharpening block in the truck. Then you just over there with the butter knife trying to cut the tree down, bro. Like, it don't work that way. That's not how life operates, bro. You got to get to a point where you find out exactly what it is that you need to do. And that's why I always advocate following the people, because, you know, the masses. That's why I was going with that masses thing. That's why I always advocate for you to follow the people who has reached a point that you want to get to in life. Because at that point you can look at their success, and bro, I promise y'all, success don't have a date on it. Success don't expire. Success don't, it don't, you know, it ain't got no best by date. Like, success is success. Back in 2014, Warren Buffett was still reading Ford's 1962 financial report. Those were the things. That's the thing that made him. He made a lot of financial decisions that shaped the world on just reading off Ford's 1962 financial report, bro. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's like 60 plus years later, and he was still reading it. And his answer to the people who was asking him why he was reading that was, I spend 6 hours a day reading stuff like this because success don't fade. Success ain't got no expiration date. But had those people been in their own circles, and you talk about this is the richest man in the world. One of the richest men in the world. Like, why would you question what he's telling you? But you wouldn't know what he's telling you if you only lock arms with the people, with the masses, with the silent M. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't even be in the conversation. So I need y'all to get around people who's going to shine a light on the things that you're not doing. The things that you're not doing. You need to get around those people, because only those people can tell you where to go. And you trying to hang around yes men and jesters. I need you to get around some people who gonna drop the M off your life.
The weight has been lifted, people. Find that. Whatever it looks like, y'all need to find that.
Absolutely.
All right, sir. What we got coming up?
So right now, like I said, last episode, I am working on still working on Sigma 6 comic. And even though that's not something that I should be doing right now, I have been working on it, and you know, I'm not not proud of, veering off the track a little bit, but my goal right now is to create proof of concept for the Aether universe. I am about to start working on a new logo for the Aether universe as well. I want to start marketing Aether merchandise in a small sense. Not like I ain't about to go grand scale with it yet. Tried that, it didn't necessarily. My timing won't right with that, so I'll be looking in to do a lot of market research on that and a few of the coaching stuff that we have. Because I was going through draft the other day, man, and like, bruh, there's no reason. Like, cause now Alyssa's starting to put stuff in there too, like informational, educational stuff, like things that we can capitalize on. Like, bro, it's like it's $1 trillion worth of information in there. I'm just like, why are we still where we are? So like one of the things that I want to do today is kind of organize the drive a little bit, see what's in there, and start implementing some stuff that some lost, forgotten stuff. She called me out a few weeks ago, man. She was just like, we had. I know I talked about the little meeting that her and I was supposed to have. By the time we got to it, she kind of snapped on me and was like, "Yo, why are we having this? We just gonna end up with another note that we don't even look at." And I was just like, "Oh, right." So, I'm gonna prove her wrong. I just work on proving my wife wrong. That's exactly why I'm doing this. But in addition to that, like it's all about moving to that next level, man. And we gotta always be moving in that direction, man. Because if we stand still, bro, it don't justify the work that we've been doing, bro. Because we've been putting effort into the right thing, so we got to make it count.
I feel that. So I actually forgot what I wanted to say, but then I just remembered when you were saying all that. So I'm glad you went there. Kind of piggying back on what you said and how I said be efficient. Like you said, you have to learn the right things, because like once you get all those things learned correctly, like you can make $1 million, $1 trillion, and it's like people will learn one thing, get proficient in that, and just kind of half-ass all the other stuff. Like, how many games have you seen where the marketing team was immaculate, was great, but then when people actually got the games in their hand, it was trash, or vice versa. The game is a hidden gem. It's a great game. It's amazing, but because of the marketing, the team was trash. No one really saw it, and they just moved. They skipped over it, moved on to the next thing. Like you have to cover all your bases. You gotta do that. Um, Speaking of games, Harvard's courses are now free now. I'm gonna start picking up more of those. Um, I want to try to do them all. That's the big goal, is to get proficient in everything Harvard has to offer. The coding aspect, the gaming aspect, all that tech stuff. I want it. I'm here for it, and I want it. So yeah, people.
Get to it.
Yep.
I
Right
feel like you
after.
just wanted the last word on that one, but we just skip over that.
It'd be alright. We be alright. But yeah, people. This has been the Dirty Trunk Podcast with the elephant as always. Welcome. It is me, your boy Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack. And before we go, please trample over that like and subscribe button. We do this for y'all because we love y'all. And we just want y'all to be better than y'all were yesterday. And always remember, those who shy away from addressing the elephant in the room are doomed to be crushed by the weight of it. We love y'all.
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.